ActionCam Supernatural Case is a very short survival horror experience. I recorded my entire first playthrough, and that footage was 45 minutes. Stop me if you've heard this setup before. You play as a cop in an old abandoned building. You're tasked with searching for evidence while trying to avoid being hunted by a supernatural being. This premise is very cookie cutter, though solid, but the story itself doesn't really develop beyond that, leaving you just navigating through some jump scares and eerie environments without much deeper narrative progression. The game's one unique gimmick is the perspective being of the police officer's body cam. While some players might find this immersive, others would have to be cautioned of possible motion sickness. Unfortunately, with no option to turn this off in the menu, this could be a real deal breaker for sensitive players. Despite being marketed as a survival horror game, the gameplay doesn't quite live up to the genre's typical intensity. Within the first 10 minutes, I had over 100 bullets. And as each encounter with a being only takes a few to knock them down, I finished the game with almost double that ammunition. Hardly the survival experience you'd expect from a horror game. Additionally, there's only about 3 puzzles in the entire game, and they will only stump you for a couple minutes at best. The controls are just fine. However, being limited to just the basic aim, fire, sprint, and crouch, they don't really do much beyond contributing to a straightforward, almost repetitive experience. On the positive side, the sound design is exceptional. I really enjoyed the sound of walking through broken glass, listening for the subtle breathing of the entity as it draws closer, and even the sound of reloading your clip are all done fantastically and add to the little bit of atmosphere that it has, keeping whatever tension there is on life support, even if the gameplay doesn't fully capitalize on this. Overall, ActionCam Supernatural Case isn't a bad experience, but at such a short runtime with such a limited story, I found myself wondering what the point of it all was. It feels like there's potential for a more engaging experience, but as it stands, it leaves you with a lot of what-ifs and not much else. ActionCam Supernatural Case earns a 4 out of 10.